It's a rainy afternoon here at Vivien Armour's Creative Studio, located in Cascade.
Hi, my name is Vivien Elizabeth Armour. I'm a visual artist currently working in Trinidad, and welcome to my art studio.
It's a very beautiful space indeed. Could you tell me a bit more about it?
Absolutely. So when I first moved home during the pandemic, I was working out of a studio space in St. James. But last July, I bought this place and I've been retrofitting it to be my ideal perfect art space. So out of here, I'm able to teach my ceramics courses, make my own work, and also work on my painting practice.
How did you come to be an artist?
So it's kind of a long story, but basically I started in theater. I fell in love with it here in Trinidad when the Royal Shakespeare Company did a production of The Tempest at the Bamboo Cathedral, and it blew my mind. And I pursued theater throughout school, went to New York, did a degree there. From there, I wanted to get involved in film, so I moved to Vancouver, Canada, and worked in the film industry. And I worked in production design as well as cinematography, as well as acting. And in production design, it's a lot of set building, set decorating, painting props, the works. And that really opened up my eyes and my hands in particular to the making process of really being a visual artist and physically contributing to the whole of a production. And I just fell in love with that. The idea that I could tangibly see how what I was making would help evolve a story or contribute to a narrative.
What inspires your work and how does your Trini identity play into that?
So I grew up all over the world. My mom worked for the UN for a long time, so I've grown up in 7 different countries. So there's a lot of different cultures that inform my identity as well as what inspires me. But in particular, while I was in Canada, which is where I last lived before moving back to the Caribbean, I think, being in my late 20s, I was really rediscovering my place in womanhood and my place in society, I guess. So how my body moves through space and where the similarities and differences are between cultural experiences. So my work in Vancouver had a lot to do with being from Trinidad. I think I made a lot of work around feeling displaced. With my ceramics, I'm actually a lot more inspired by nature. So I get a lot of color and texture inspiration. And I have this dream of doing a big exhibition to hybridize the two, bring my painting worlds and my ceramic creations together.
You're a multimedia artist, as we could tell. Tell me more about that and why working across different disciplines is important to you.
So very much like my identity, which is multifaceted, I think. Every new skill that I've learned has just kind of opened up my exploration into the world and into what speaks to me as well. And so there's never really felt like I needed to choose one thing over another. So my background is in film and theater. I've always approached things from a narrative perspective, but each new investigation just opens up new doors, and I love the idea of hybridizing all of those different mediums.
So what are some upcoming projects we can look out from you?
So I'm hoping to be able to do an exhibition in November that will be kind of a hybrid dive into my painting world and my ceramic creation. So I'm really looking forward to that. But for the studio, I have upcoming a wheel throwing workshop. So this is going to be the first weekend of August. I'm very excited to be able to offer this. It will be 3 days in which anyone who's interested in exploring wheel throwing, you've never done it before, even if you have and you just want to come practice, you can book a time slot, you come in, you get a short tutorial, and you just jump on the wheel and make something. And at the end of the 3 days, I'll collect everything that everyone's made, and I will glaze them, and you will get your